Good morning, Gearing.
Get ready for Donuts with Dawson
And Coffee with Carson as we report the latest news for Gearing students. Students, Spectrum will be here for Picture Day at the high school on Wednesday, October 18th. Please dress appropriately.
Gearing Girls Youth Basketball Camp will be held on October 14th and October 28th for girls in grades 4th through 6th. The Junior High Girls Basketball Camp will be held on October 21st for 7th and 8th grade students. The cost is $25. Spread the word.
It was an exciting weekend for Gearing High School students as they enjoyed the annual homecoming dance put on by Student Council. Students enjoyed Thursday night's pep rally as the homecoming court for 2017 was crowned. Congratulations to our second attendants, Carson Long and Nathan Prose. Our first attendants, Brittany Spryer and Kenny Witkowski. And King and Queen, Lance Garcia and Sheridan Blanco. We hope everyone had a fun and safe weekend.
Some of our Bulldog athletes had a very busy weekend as they competed in various events. Let's take a look at how our teams have done this past week. Here's Ethan Gompert with the recap of our Bulldog athletics.
Thank you, Carson. It's Ethan with sports, and this week in sports we saw the varsity football team lose 40-3 to rival Scottsbluff. Junior Garrett Kahn ran for 99 yards on 16 carries, and along with junior Destiny Mueller kicked the lone score with a 30-yard field goal. The Bulldogs will head on the road this week to take on Alliance and next week to take on Sydney to cap off the season. There will be a Spirit bus taking students to the Alliance game at a cost of $5 a student. The JV Bulldogs continue their domination after running over Sydney 33-8. Sophomore Anthony Walker scored 3 rushing touchdowns of 1, 3, and 34 yards. Walker also connected with junior Tommy Ganos on a 69-yard touchdown pass. Their last game will be Monday at home against Alliance. On to softball, the Lady Bulldogs capped off a great season in the Class B District 6 tournament in McCook. The girls played a dominant game, defeating Gothenburg 5-1, then fell to North Platte 11-2 and 9-6 against Cozad. The Lady Bulldogs volleyball team finished runners-up in the Western Conference tournament in Sydney. They swept Shadron and knocked off the top-seeded Mitchell before falling to Sydney in the very close championship match. Their next contest will be against Scottsbluff at home on Thursday. And in cross-country, the cross-country teams gained momentum for Thursday's district meet with solid performances Friday in the Leroy Sprague Invite at Cheyenne. Xavier Ayano's victory gave the boys a runner-up finish, highest finish in the Invite since 2010 by Bulldogs. Girls finished 4th with Tuckaromi finishing 9th. Next up for the varsity team will be districts on Thursday in Ogallala. On to girls golf. The girls golf season finished 3rd at the Class B state tournament with sophomore Allie Boswell finishing 8th with a 2-day score of 176 and freshman Maddie Schlaffer finishing tied for 9th with a 2-day score of 177. Congratulations to the Lady Bulldogs softball team and golf team on great seasons, and good luck to the Lady Bulldogs volleyball team and the football teams in their next games. So go get 'em, Bulldogs. Back to you, Carson.
Our Gearing High School One Acts is now in full swing. The One Acts team will be performing a modern spin on Medea, the Greek tragedy by Euripides, and will be incorporating a large chorus as townspeople. We got the behind-the-scenes footage of the magic in the making. Take a look.
The first hope always is to put on a really fantastic show that we can be proud of. We're well on our way to that already.
I'm Carson Long, I'm a senior, and I play the role of Medea.
Oh, how I wish that his ship, had never sailed to Colchis.
I think it's going great. We have an amazing script this year. We're starting to do blocking, and so it's just all coming together. So we're going to put on a killer show.
Since we are hoping to build on last year's success, we would love to be district champs and head to the state competition.
I'm hoping to gain a lot of personal growth as a performer, but also I'm hoping to gain a closer relationship with all of the cast members, which I think we're seeing that so far. So you'll expect to see a lot of blood and gore and everything like that, so check it out. You can catch the performance on November 21st at Scotts Bluff or November 30th for dinner and a show at Gearing High School. During this time, we would now like to turn it over to sophomore Adam Flowers as he shares his insight during our One Student's Perspective segment.
To my teachers, this is an open letter to all of my teachers, whether I have had you in the past, if I have you now, or if I will have you in the future. I would like to take the time to thank you. Thank you for giving me the gift of knowledge. Thank you for teaching me to be the person I am today and the person I will be in the next 5 to 10 years. To those who I've had in the past, I'm happy I had you as my teacher. I was not the greatest student, and I was far from perfect. I did make mistakes, either academically or not, and there are some days that I dwell on those mistakes. Although, once again, I'm glad I had you. You've influenced me to become a better person. Through all of the stress of school and life, I feel that we forget to thank the people we surround ourselves with and the people that help us grow. With that, thank you for all that you've done as a teacher to help me grow academically and in life. Sincerely, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Some very exciting things are happening for some of our GHS students. Micah Curley, Dakota Curley, Hope Kennedy, and Andres Valencia will be heading to Kearney for the Special Olympics Unified Bowling Competition this weekend, October 13th and 14th. We caught up with the Scottsbluff County Thunders member, Andres Valencia, to learn more about the exciting upcoming weekend.
Well, there's me, and then there's my little brother, Adon Valencia, and he's going to be my partner in Unified Bowling. And then there's another student here named Faith Kennedy. And the thing about Unified Bowling, it's where you have someone with a disability partner with someone that doesn't have a disability. And what do? You compete against other teams to try to win first or second place. I'm going to go to Seattle in 2018, and not only do you win medals on that, but you could also win a trophy. And on my teams, when my team went last time, it was hosted in Vegas, and we won a silver trophy for second place. But we're hoping that this year that we get first place, because we've been getting second place for a while now. We're kind of getting sick of it.
Thank you, Andres. Andreas and Micah Curley have qualified to represent Nebraska at the National Special Olympic Games in summer of 2018 in Seattle, Washington. Congratulations to the both of you. We wish you the best of luck.
The mock trial team has been working hard in preparations for their upcoming competition this Friday, October 13th, against Kimball at the Gearing Courthouse. Dylan Hickox, a member of the team, sat down with us to discuss how mock trial has been going so far.
I'm actually one of the lawyers on the gold team. There's two different teams. We have a blue team and a gold team, and it's not like varsity or JV. It's just two different teams that we go off of. So I'm a lawyer on the gold team, and so the Nebraska judicial system gives everybody in Nebraska the same case. So you don't really know if you're going to be defense or prosecuting. That day, you show up and then they just decide what team is going to do what. We actually have practice trials that we do so we have practices Monday and Thursdays from 7 to 9 and sometimes a little longer. So we do, it's blue against gold team. So we'll practice each case from different sides. So we'll practice it from prosecuting and practice from defense on each side. Actually, my stepdad's an attorney. So I just kind of want to see what it's like when they go into the courtroom and stuff. So the hardest part about mock trial is probably for me, it's asking direct questions, cross-examination, because sometimes you just don't know exactly what to ask them. My favorite thing about mock trial is that everyone that's on the team tries to help you out if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're stuck on something, you can ask someone else and they'll be able to help you out as much as they can. We have a meet this week. It's a practice trial in Kimball, so we just go against Kimball instead of other schools, and it's to help us get better at objectifying at things and knowing our case better. And then we actually have districts November 6th, which is an all-day event, and we go against multiple different schools.
Thank you, Dylan. We wish you the best of luck through the rest of this week and the rest of your season. Thank you all for joining us on our second episode of GTV. Follow us on Twitter at GHS_GTV and go to gearingtv.com for previous episodes and updates from your favorite source of school and local news. Shoot us a message if there's anything you would like us to include in future episodes. Now, check out the Bulldog Recap for the past week. We'll see you next time for more Donuts with Dawson
And Coffee with Carson.
right here on
GTV.
GTV.